5 months after the launching of the 2019 fiscal year in Cameroon, the President of the Republic signed an ordinance last May 29th to amend and supplement certain provisions of the budget for the current fiscal year, raising it from 4,850.5 billion francs CFA to 5,212 billion francs CFA, an action that injects 361.5 billion francs to the budget. It is clear that during the preparation of the 2019 budget, several data were not yet available and were therefore not taken into account. Using his constitutional prerogative, the head of state had to come in with some modifications.
According to our constitution, the head of state have the ability to take a law or to rule the country, to rule a certain sector of the country through ordinance. But when the session of the parliament will come, he will send it to there as a project of law, and then they will take it and integrate it in all the law we have here in our country.
According to the Ministry of Finance, the change results from the fact that tax revenue achievements at the end of 2018 were greater than those estimated at the time of the budget preparation and used as the basis for projections of the 2019 tax revenue. As such, it was necessary to update so as to operate with more recent data. On another count,
we are under program with the International Monetary Fund. This program started since 2017, and we have been selected to be awarded, not award, it was a credit, but without interest rate. Yeah, they were supposed to give us close to more than 400 billions. Thrice. Firstly, they gave us 200 billion, and last year they gave us close to 150 billion, and this year they will give the balance. So generally, when you are under program with those international monetary funds, you have to cope with their expectations.
In terms of spending, increasing security demands in the country have undermined provisions for crisis in the northwest, southwest, far north and east regions. The order of the head of state authorizes an increase of over 20 billion francs CFA to respond effectively to these financial needs in the fields of defense. The current budget was drawn with expenses related to the organization of legislative and municipal elections in Cameroon. Once regional elections and establishment of regions were announced, there was a need to adjust the budget so as to accommodate the organization of these elections with a 30 billion franc CFA increase. These, added to an increase in oil prices in the world market, could not leave the budget indifferent. Unfortunately, barely 2 days after this modification, the fire incident at Sonara in Limbe rendered the initiative of the head of state null and void. Given the strategic position of the lone oil refining company in Limbe in terms of generating revenue, it would become incumbent on the president for another ordinance to rectify the previous one so as to render the budget realistic and sincere.
What has happened in Sonara can also push the government to submit to the senator and the member of the parliament another law who will modify that ordinance taken by the head of state such in a way that rather than saying you will earn 5,000 billion, is more reasonable to bring it back to, let's say, 4,800 like before, because the situation in Sonara is not enjoyable.
All these will, without doubt, have an impact on the economy of the country and to ordinary taxpayer.